Hey guys, so today's video is going to be the second part of my makeup decluttering video, and as you can see, it is going to be all of my foundations, also like BB creams and all of that. So if you want to see this video, just keep on watching. Okay, so here are all of my foundations. As you can see, I have so many. So let's start with this one right away. This is a little RCMA palettes. If you don't know what these are like foundation palettes. They're basically for professionals, and this is a really good product. You just really have to know how to use it, and I have not used it in a while. So I am keeping this because it's really good. It's expensive, and I really do need to get into it and like start using it more. So it was kind of like hidden in the back of the drawer, so I'm going to go ahead and just like bring it to the front and start using it because it's such a good product. Then on this side we have this Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Foundation. This, somebody passed it on to me. A friend of mine got it in a influencer box, I believe, and it was too light for her, so she gave it to me, but I actually think it's a little too dark for me. Actually, what I'm going to do for this video is swatch this foundation, because the shade of this foundation, and I just told you guys this on Snapchat, it's so funny, but the shade of this foundation is the perfect shade for me. It is the perfect shade. It is as warm as it needs to be. It's just perfection. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch this one on my hand, and then I'm going to be comparing like all the other shades to this one, and that's how I'm going to decide like what to keep or not to keep, because some of these like were given to me, some of these were like sent and all of that. That is what this foundation looks like. So I'm going to compare, and then as long as I mentioned in this one, I'm going to go ahead and keep it. Obviously, it is such a good foundation. It's great for like oily skin. If you want a foundation that's like more on the matte side, a foundation that's easy to travel with because it's not liquid, a foundation that is easy to use because it's a stick, so like you just kind of like draw on your face and then blend it out. So I really like this one. It's actually, I think, my third tube of this one. It's really good, and I really like it. So back to this one, let's swatch this color, because I do remember it being like not my shade, but I can't remember. So this is like a dry piece of foundation, honestly, but there we go. So it actually, now that I look at it, I think that it could work for me. I think that it's a little light. I don't know. So you know what? I'm actually going to keep that one because it is full. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like brand new and I just have never used it. Maybe I used it like one time. But I'm going to keep this one and use it just one more time, and then I'll decide like for sure what to do with this one, because I really have no thoughts on it. Okay, next we have this other stick foundation. This one is from Hourglass. It is a beautiful foundation. It's a good shade for me. This one is actually not old at all. I got this pretty recently, and it's very expensive, so I don't use it that often because of that, but it is such a beautiful foundation. It gives you a beautiful flawless finish. It's not as matte and long lasting as I wish it was. Like if I had a long event or a party that was gonna last a few hours, I probably wouldn't wear this. But if I have like a photo shoot, not that I have photo shoots, but if I have like a photo shoot or a quick video that I need to film and I want my skin to look flawless, then I do reach for this because it's so pretty. Just such a pretty finish. It's just such a high-end foundation, and it just looks beautiful. So I'm definitely keeping this one. Next we have this one here from NYX, and as you can see, it is completely empty. Actually, I don't know if you can see that, but it is completely empty. So I love this foundation a lot. Don't know if I'm going to repurchase it because, again, it's not as matte as I wish it was. It is a beautiful foundation, though it looks very natural depending on how much you apply. So I do enjoy it. And for a drugstore foundation, this is a really good choice. I think it's good for all skin types, so that's a big plus. But I did finish it and I have a lot to go through, as you can see, so I'm not going to be buying it for now, but I do like this one a lot. Speaking of empty foundations, this one is empty as well. I think I have kept the bottle because I want to remember to repurchase it because I love this foundation so much. Again, I think this one is good for like all skin types. It's not matte, it's not like super dewy and oily. It just looks very natural, very fresh, just such a pretty finish this foundation has, and I did enjoy it so much. And I think when I start running out of like a lot of these, I may go back and repurchase this because I like it so much. But for now it's empty, so this is just going to the trash. Next we have this little sample from Misha. This is a BB cream or CC cream, one of those. This is a Korean brand, I believe, and I got this one in an Ipsy bag if I'm not mistaken. I do really like this product, but the shade, this specific one, is too light for me. What shade is this? This is Honey Beige 27. Actually, let's swatch it. I haven't used this one in so long, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's too light for me. This happens with like Korean BB creams. This happens a lot. They run very light. So yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but it's too light for me. So I'm going to go ahead and just dispose of this one. Next we have this L'Oreal True Match foundation. This one I really like. It is a good color for me as well. This is True Beige number 5 or neutral 5. Yeah, that's what that stands for, right? Neutral 5. This is a good color. It's a good foundation. Again, very natural, very much for like all skin tones, or not skin tones, very much for all skin types. It's really good, really pretty. So, and I think I'm like halfway through this, so I'm definitely keeping this one as well. Next we have this MAC Pro Longwear foundation. So I bought this one a while back. I had never tried MAC products, and then one day I kind of like went crazy and bought a bunch of MAC. So this is when I bought this one. I did get color match for this one, so I think it's a good color. I haven't used it in a while because I just have so many and I just keep buying more because I am kind of like a foundation lover. I like my skin looking flawless, if you know what I mean. But I haven't used this one in a while. I do have to put it like in the front and start using it again. I think now that I'm decluttering and this won't be like as buried, I'm definitely going to like reach for it more. But this is an excellent product. It's very full coverage. It's very long lasting. It's very heavy. So if you don't like heavy looking foundations, then you may not like this. But I think when I set it with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural, this does look very pretty, especially if I spray it with Fix Plus. That combination of the three looks very beautiful, even though it's like full coverage and heavy. It looks good. Next we have this CC cream from the brand Cargo Cosmetics. This is an interesting product. This actually looks like a lotion, and then once you start like rubbing it in, it turns into your shade. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to actually swatch it over here. Hope you can see that. But can you see it just looks white, and then once you start spreading it, it turns into like more of a foundation color. Can you see that? It's magic. It has like little beads that explode once you start rubbing it in. And I think that when I tried it, I thought that it was like a little bit oily and just not very good for my skin. So I'm going to go ahead and pass that one along to somebody else that will use it more than me. Somebody maybe with like drier skin. And it is brand new. I used it one time and then never again. So I'm going to give that one away. Next we have this Huda Beauty foundation, and this one literally just came in the mail today. I just ordered it last week and it just came today, so I'm definitely keeping this one, obviously. And I tested the color and it worked out perfectly for me, so obviously keeping this. It's brand new. Speaking of brand new, this one from Fenty Beauty is also pretty new. I bought it like a month ago, I want to say, and I'm enjoying it very much. It has, I would say, like a medium to full coverage, but you do have to build it up a lot. It has a pretty finish. It is pretty matte, but it doesn't stay matte through the day. It's a soft matte. That's actually pretty accurate. It doesn't stay like shine free through the day. You do have to like blot or reapply some powder or something like that, but it is a great product. Then we have this beauty right here. This is another Hourglass foundation. This I have such mixed feelings with. So I have purchased this one I think 2 times before, maybe once, I can't remember. But I know that I got it in one shade and then I didn't like that shade, so I returned it and then got this shade. And so I didn't want to return it again because I didn't want to be that person. But I think that this shade doesn't work for me either. I'm actually going to test it right now, but I'm like pretty sure that the shade is not good for me because I stopped using it after that. So yeah, see, it's not that it's not dark enough. I'm sorry, that was like the dry tip of the foundation. It doesn't actually look like that, but it's that it's like too red. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you can see that on camera. Don't know if you guys know what I mean, but it's such an expensive foundation that I don't want to just like throw it out. So this is going to be another one that I'm going to put like in the front and start using like once or twice, and then decide what I'll do with it. So for now, I'm keeping this one. Also, this foundation is a very, very, very matte. It might actually be the most matte foundation I have ever worn. That said, it does kind of cling on to dry patches because it is so matte. So it's a good matte foundation, but your skin has to be like pretty clean under. Like you have to make sure you scrub, exfoliate, and all of that, so that you don't have like any little dry patches, any like dry skin popping up, or any of that. So it's a beautiful matte foundation, but just make sure that your skin looks good under it. Next, we have these two CC creams from It Cosmetics. This is the exact same thing. It's just in 2 different shades. I think these are medium and then dark, I believe, medium and tan, and that's what they are. So I am both shades. These were both clearly like samples that I got for free. Yeah, so anyway, I am both of these shades. This one more right now, the medium one, and then the tan one, I'm more like that in the summer. This is an excellent CC cream. I do use them when I feel like having more of a natural makeup day. Not that I ever want to have a natural makeup day, but when I do reach for these two, and they're very, very good for the skin. They look pretty natural, and to be like a CC cream, they have pretty good coverage. So I'm keeping these two. Then we have this BB cream right here. It is not a CC cream, it is a BB cream. It is the Color Lock It Good Foundation. This is like a BB cream plus foundation type of product, and it is an Asian brand, which I really enjoy. This, again, to be a BB cream, has pretty good coverage. It's not as natural as the It Cosmetics one. This one is more like an actual foundation. That's the way it feels to me. It doesn't get too oily through the day, which I really like. To be a BB cream, I mean. And yeah, it's pretty good, so I'm going to keep this one. The color is also pretty good for me. This one is 5 Medium Buff. Let me just move the camera a little bit now that we have less product. Do you guys love my little belle over there? I love her, she's so cute. Anyway, next we have the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation. This is a beautiful foundation. I just really, really, really wish that it wasn't as dewy as it is. This, I think, is the only like dewy-ish foundation that I have, and it's because I got it for free at Gen Beauty. And the shade is fantastic. It's so good for me. The color, they did an excellent job matching me. This one is Y415. And I love how this looks. When I first apply this, my skin looks so good, so pretty, so healthy. But then as time goes on, it just starts getting really oily, and that doesn't really work out for me. So I'm going to keep it because, like I said, when I first put it on, it looks so beautiful. So for videos, I do like to wear this. It looks fantastic on camera. It looks so good, but I don't really wear it to like go out because it does get pretty oily pretty fast, I have to say. But I'm going to keep it because it's so pretty for videos and photos. So next we have the Revlon Photo Ready Airbrush Effect. I was just telling you guys about this in my mixing all my foundations video, but I got this for my mom, and it ended up being a little too light for her, so she gave it back to me. I have never used it. It looks a little rough, but I have actually never used it. So I have to put this in the front and start using it to see like if I like it. I remember that this has like a little bit of shimmer. It's like not that noticeable, but it has like a little bit of a shimmer. I don't know what it is, but it has something inside. I remember staying away from it because of that. But since I have it, I'm gonna have to use it, and then I'll decide if I like it or not. But I just have never used it. She gave it back to me, and I just put it away and like never paid attention to it. So I'm going to use this once or twice again, and then I'll decide what to do. Next we have the Revlon Color Stay Foundation. Now this one I really do like. This is such a good foundation if you like full coverage, if you like a matte foundation, something that stays put all day. This is excellent. I have 2 shades of this because one is darker than the other one. This is my summer shade. This is my rest of the year shade. So I use this for like 3 months because I live in Jersey. So, and then this one is for like when it's colder, like right now. excellent foundation, so I am definitely keeping these two. Here we have a little sample of the Clinique Even Better foundation. This one is in shade 05 Neutral. I think that this is too light for me. Let's actually swatch it and decide what's up. If it's not too light, it's too pink or something, but I remember like not really liking this because of the color. Yeah, you see that? So it's like really on the pink side. So I'm going to get rid of this one. It's going to the garbage, but it is a good foundation. So here we have this CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Foundation. Now this I bought on my very own, because I remember it was kind of popular on YouTube for a while, and so I bought it to try it. But I remember hating this product. Like I really hated it. Not only was the color like not great for me, but I just remember this like clinging onto dry patches really bad and just not being very good like at all. And I do prefer matte foundations, so it's not like this is too dry for me, but it doesn't have a very good looking finish. I don't know what it is about it, but I think I'm just going to give this one away. I didn't enjoy it at all. I may actually just throw it out. I don't know, but I didn't like this at all. Next we have the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus Foundation, another foundation that I bought myself, and I haven't used this in so long. I remember it being a little drying, but I don't know. Let's actually swatch it and see how the color looks, because I think I actually went through a phase where all my foundations were just like too light for me, or just like too pink for me, or I don't know what it was, but that's why you see some of these are like not my shade at all. But yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but it looks a little light, a little pinkish. So I think I'm just going to pass that one along to somebody else, and yeah, I don't think I'm keeping that one. And these are the last four standing. So we have the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation. I really love this foundation a lot. Actually, when I started my YouTube channel, this is all that I was using 2 years ago. This is not the same bottle as 2 years ago. Obviously, this is a new one, or newer one, and I really like this. My shade here is Tan Honey. Such a pretty foundation, very matte, very like, it gives you like a very powdery put together finish. It's very matte but not like dry. The ingredients in this are also very good for the skin, so I am keeping this. I really like it. Then we have my all-time favorite foundation. I'm going to declare that right here, right now. The L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. This foundation is magic for oily skin, for large pores. This is so beautiful, and I think this is my second bottle and I'm already running out. I have to get at least 2 more bottles of this. I'm exaggerating, but you guys know what I mean. This is an excellent foundation. This is my all-time favorite. Out of everything I have just talked about, this is my all-time favorite, and I'm going to tell you exactly why right now. I wear this, so I go to church on Sundays, right? So I'll wear this like at 10 in the morning, and then I'll wear my makeup on Sundays until like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, maybe even so later in the nights. And by the end of the day, my skin still looks so good. And whenever I'm going to take it off, I just cannot believe how good it looks. Like with all the other foundations, the longer I wear them, the more I feel like my foundation looks like it's breaking apart, or it's like moving, and I just feel like oily and gross, and just, I don't like it. But with this, I promise you, I still look good hours and hours after. This is all I like to wear to like long events or anything like that. At the latest times that I have been to Gen Beauty, if you have met me there, if you have seen me, this is all I've been wearing. And I do pair it with the Infallible Pro Matte powder. So my camera totally died and I didn't even realize it until I was completely done with the entire video. So these are the 3 that we had left. I was just talking about this one and saying how I paired with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte powder. And the combination of the 2 is just flawless. It just locks it in, does not move around. Like, it's incredible actually how this looks. And I'm actually going to do a video on the combination of these 2 and like test it on camera for hours and hours, just so that you guys see just how good it looks at the end of the day. This is just seriously amazing, and it's drugstore, it's affordable, and it is hands down my favorite. And obviously all of that is to say that I am for sure keeping this and rebuying it, and just I love this so much. So we have these two left. This one is the Revlon Age Defying Firming and Lifting Makeup. This is such a beautiful foundation. It just makes you look so youthful, so fresh, so clean. I don't want to say like dewy, because that's not what it does, but it just makes your skin look like hydrated and healthy and just pretty overall. It is an age defying foundation, so I think it's supposed to have like firming and lifting properties. That's what it says. I did not buy it because of that. I bought it because somebody on YouTube, I can't remember how long ago, but somebody on YouTube said that this was really good, so I had to try it, and I was just obsessed with this for such a long time. It is just a beautiful foundation. Again, it's a drugstore foundation, so it's affordable, and it's something that you can easily keep purchasing. This particular bottle is kind of old though, so I'm going to go ahead and throw this one out. I'm not going to buy it for now because, as you can see, I have so many to get through. But when the time comes, if I need a healthy, natural, fresh looking foundation from the drugstore, I know that I can always count on this. And lastly, we have the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation. This one is really, really good. It's a good foundation that looks matte. It stays in place, not as much as this one does, but this stays in place. It looks good through the day. It's excellent for oily skin, as you can see here. And it's just a really good foundation overall. And I think this is the cheapest foundation from the drugstore that I own. I'm pretty sure this one is the cheapest. It's between these two, but I think this one is cheaper. So yeah, this is a really, really good one. I did buy this one before I bought that one though, so if I have to repurchase a matte foundation from the drugstore, I'll always get that one. But I am going to finish using this because this bottle is not too old. I think this is my second bottle of this, so this one is not too old. I'm like halfway through, and I do have to finish this. So yeah. So that brings us to the end of this video. These are the foundations that I'll be keeping. These are the ones that I'll be throwing out. And then these are the ones that I will be giving away to other people. So yeah, I actually didn't show you that on camera, I guess. But this one and this one I was going to keep. But I decided to just pass them along because I think I did move this one in here as well. I can't remember if I said it on camera. I'm actually filming this second part the day after because, like I said, I didn't even realize that my camera stopped recording when it did. But I can't remember what I said. But just to finish this video, these are the 5 that I will be giving away. And then these are the ones that I'll be throwing out because I either ran out, like with these 2. This one's just old, and then these 2 are just little samples, so they're a little used. That is the conclusion. It does look like I kept a lot of foundations, and it's because I did, to be honest. But I did get rid of 10 bottles, as you can see here, so that is quite a lot, I think. So these are the ones I'm keeping. I do have to start using some of them that I haven't used in a while. I just have to like rotate them more often because I don't know about you, but when I fall in love with a foundation, I just stick to that one. Like I've been using this one for forever. And I sometimes will use like another one, but mostly I use this like all the time, every day. So yeah, that is, oops. So yeah, that is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Do you like my nails? Please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate it so very much, more than you could ever imagine. And also leave me a comment down below. Tell me which ones of these do you have, which ones do you like, which ones do you not like. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching again, and have a happy, lovely weekend. Bye.